Okay, so hi guys, thank you all for joining today. We have freshers as the majority of the audience in today's webinar. As you might have heard, Hacktoberfest is a month-long celebration of open source software held in October, and today we'll be diving into the various aspects of this event and how you can participate in it. I'd like to welcome our team of experienced speakers, Mr. Vineet Shadio, Mr. Aman Kumar, and Mr. Dave Valeka, who will be helping you understand the different aspects of this event. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Akansha, and for everyone who is in the call, please do not call us sir. I mean, it's quite embarrassing for us. You can call me Vinny, he's Aman and Dave, and we are like thankful to Akansha for actually giving us opportunity to speak at your college. We are really excited about today's event. This is going to be our first event. I mean, this year for the first time we are actually, yes, it will be recorded, Sanket. So this is, I mean, for the first time we are speaking for Hacktoberfest for this year, and I mean, like we feel privileged that we are starting with Amity. Uh, okay, so before I actually jump to the next slide, I'll give a brief introduction of myself. I'm Vaneet, and I work as a senior software engineer at Postman. If you have used Postman, you might be knowing. If you haven't, as I can see, most of you are actually freshers. So Postman is basically world's number one API dev platform. We power all the life cycle for the API development, and I work with the ecosystem cycle of the APIs. Right? So all these words might be fancy for you, as you all are freshers, but trust me, like I think within a few months, few months in industry, you will be actually, you will be comfortable with all these terms. Right? So, and other than my work, I am active on GitHub. I do GSOC and other programs, and fortunately, I'm one of the GitHub staff from India, and Aman and we all are quite good friends, and so happy that we all are hosting the event together. So moving on, so basically in today's session, we want to onboard you to the Git and GitHub, right? So basically GitHub is something that can fetch your job, right? So as you have joined college now as a software engineer, right? You want to become software engineer. So I think you can treat GitHub as a place, a home page for software engineers. I won't give you its spoiler. So there is one quotation which will be quoted by Aman at the end, and so all I have to say is that once you are on GitHub, there are multiple benefits, right? So basically, you will be you will get job offers. You will connect with right people. Like I met Dave, Aman on GitHub, right? I met a lot of people on GitHub, and now we are doing projects, and you get actually praised for what you do on GitHub, right? So I mean, praised in a way that community will appreciate your effort there, right? Because the software that you love, you will be able to build on GitHub, right? And you'll be collaborate with the different people. So basically, you need not to work with Facebook to to actually contribute to their code base, right? You can even contribute now. So that's the beauty of open source. So Dave has been contributing since, I guess, when he was in school. So you can imagine, right? So it's like a it's like a culture that we want to impart in all of you. So that was motivation behind this whole initiative. And so this year, I along with 150 mentors is trying to onboard different beginners to GitHub and help them to complete Hacktoberfest challenge. uh, Maybe we can move to uh, next slide. Yes. Cool. So I think these are three, four things that I want to cover. What is open source? What is Hacktoberfest? Introduction to Git. Okay. So basically, these are the four things that we will be covering here. So open source, right? So now you will be think, why do I care as a student, right? So I think like the first thing first, right? Open source is something that can help you build your portfolio out there, right? So let's say if you are an Instagram influencer, how do you make your portfolio, right? You make an Instagram page, you get followers, you create content, you create reels, and you become influencer. You get blue tick and a lot of followers, and you start earning, right? Because people will reach out to you, brands will reach out to you. Okay, promote us. In the similar way, in open source space, right, software engineer builds software that is free to use for others. Now, once you start doing it there, meaning that you are building your own portfolio, right? That you are a great software engineer. You have built 10 softwares, right? You have built, for example, right, when COVID hit India, I built a COVID-19 tracker, right? And I put it on GitHub and it went viral in a night. And it got actually featured by newspapers and different news people. They reached out to me asking like how I built that. So that's the power of open source, right? You build something, you put it there, the whole world will look into that, right? And they will appreciate your efforts. So that's the good part of, uh, that's the uh, good part of being on GitHub, right? And as a student, why you should care about it? See, like you all are students, and trust me, none of the college teaches you what is required at company, what is required at industry, right? They teach you the fundamentals, which is required, but they don't talk about practical knowledge, right? So to do that, you have to connect with the connect with the right set of people, and I think GitHub is the best place to connect with the right set of people with whom you can actually learn and and grow together, collaborate together. So you can treat this as a social media for you. Maybe next slide, Aman. Cool. So now you must be knowing like we are here for Hacktoberfest. So Hacktoberfest is basically sort of an open source celebration. So we celebrate the month of October, to onboard beginners to GitHub, right? So basically, you just have to create 4 pull requests, and you will be eligible for free T-shirt and goodies, right? Now it doesn't end here, right? It's not about the getting the T-shirt, it's about getting the opportunity, right? Once you work with different maintainers, you get to know about them, you get to know about their project, and you get started on GitHub. And once you get started on GitHub, meaning that you have a long way to go, right? So from GitHub you never know, right? Just by writing a code on GitHub, you will end up becoming an engineer at GitHub, right? So my company, right, the company where I work, Postman, right, it was just an open source project on GitHub, and now we are India's largest SaaS startup, right? So that's how it works. Uh, so I think Hacktoberfest has been a great opportunity for beginners to get started with open source, and it holds on month of October. And I guess all of you must have registered on the official website of Hacktoberfest. It's supported by DigitalOcean, and then GitHub always supports this, right? So like once you are there, you just have to create 4 pull requests. But one thing, as a beginner, you might end up fixing a typo. Like you can even write a small code and push it there, make a small change and push it there. And
I think V's voice dropped. I guess. Can anyone confirm?
Yeah, Aman.
Okay, okay.
Maybe he
Let's
will
wait
try
for
to
a.
rejoin. Yep.
Let's wait for a few minutes. So Dave, can you continue like for a bit?
Yeah. So, like, Aman, till then, we can introduce ourselves.
Sure. So I am. Did Vinny join?
Uh,
hey,
Hi,
Aman.
Vinit.
Okay,
Hi.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
please go ahead.
Yeah, so Aman, can you please go to next slide?
Yeah, sure. This one, right?
Yeah, so I think now over to Aman. Aman will walk you through the all the process, how you can learn Git and GitHub. Please pay
Hmm.
attention, and I hope you will enjoy the session. Thank you, Aman. Over to you.
Thank you, Vinit. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. So this is Aman, and I have been like coding since from my 11th, 12th only, and I am more into mobile side of development. Have been doing Flutter from last 1 year, and I'm more into open source freelancing and these kind of stuffs. So I really enjoy programming and building stuff. So that's a little bit about me. Uh, so I would like Dave also to introduce himself first. So then I will continue. So over to you, Dave.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. This is Dave, and I work as a software engineer at Foss Asia. And I also work for Open Tech Berlin as a software developer, and I've been contributing to open sources last 4 years now, and have like pretty much good idea about like the open source culture. And like I have also mentored 4,000 plus students to get started with their open source journey. And yep, that's about me. And feel free to reach me out over LinkedIn or like Twitter, anywhere. I am happy to always help. to get started. Anyone with the open source or anything, like if you have any doubts regarding software engineering or anything, yeah, I'm always happy to. Yeah, back to you, Aman.
So okay, so let's start how to like start get started with Git. So to get started with Git, first of all we need to install Git in our system. So to do that, you just need to go to this website called, you just need to Google search Git. Then the first link that pops up here is git-scm.com. So you need to open this link, and then whatever is your system, like my system is Windows, right? So here you can see that download for Windows option is here. So you need to download Git from here. Once you download Git, so you just need to install it. The installation is pretty simple. You just need to follow the steps there to do the next thing, and then it will be installed in your system. Once it is installed in your system, you need to add it to environment variable. So okay, let me explain what environment variable is. So whenever you open your terminal or command line, what is command line? CMD, basic CMD. So whenever you open CMD, so whatever you use here, all of these things are actually in your environment variable. That is why you can access it through command prompt, right? So to access Git through your command prompt, you need to add it in your environment variable. Now how to add it in your environment variable? You just need to go to your folders. You need to go to your local disk C or wherever your Windows installed. You need to go to program files. You need to find your Git folder. You need to go to bin, and now this folder, you see here, you can, from here you can copy the path. So you need to just copy this path. Okay, I just did Control+C and I copied this path. Once I copied this path, I need to just search for environment variable, and this thing you see here, this popped out due to this search that I did. So I need to open it, and once I will open it, so here is this thing called environment variables. I need to open this now, and here is this thing called path. So from here I can add anything in my path. So I just need to edit it. Now you see that I have already added Git here because I have been using it for a while. So it is already present. If it is not present in the system, you just need to add it here. Once it is added, you just restart your system to get everything refreshed, right? And once that is done, your Git is set up in your system. Now now you can use all the features of Git in your system. To start using Git, I will since I don't know what technology you use to code, so I will simply make a simple folder where I will show you everything how to do, like a basic command of Git. And to start with that, I have already written a simple blog post where whatever I will be talking about right now is already present here. So once this session is over, you can go through this blog post. I will share the link, and everything is already written here. So you can treat it as a note, right? So you don't have to write anything. You don't have to do anything. You just have to sit here and enjoy. So let's start. So the first thing first, I need to create a folder where I will be doing everything. So I will just do new, and I will create a folder. Let's name it Hacktoberfest. Okay, so once that is done, I need to navigate to this folder. So I am sure that you must be using command prompt for a while, so you can simply use cd for change directory. Okay, now you can use this folder's directory's name. So for that, this is my username, and I need to go to my desktop folder and my Hacktoberfest folder. Okay, so see, now I am in my Hacktoberfest folder. Another thing that you can do is simply use cd, and then you can just drag and drop this folder here. Automatically the whole path will be added here, and then you can press enter, and then it will automatically be navigated to Hacktoberfest folder. So once you are into this folder, you need to create a file. I am creating a file where everything will be recorded. So I am just creating a simple text file to do everything here. I will keep the name as simple text. So once that is there, I think there is some background noise. Okay, so once that is there, we can start doing our Git stuffs. So to start recording our changes, first of all we need to initialize a repository with Git. So before that, I will walk you through a few simple things so that things will get clear to you. So there are three things you have to keep in mind when you are working with Git. So these three things are kind of areas. Okay, so these three areas are working area, staging area, and commit area. So what is working area? Whenever you open a file, you see this file you open, and you write anything here. So this is called the working area where you are actually working, right? This can be in a text editor also. This can be in your VS Code, in your IntelliJ IDEA, Eclipse, anything you work upon. So that can be there. Secondly, there is this area called staging area. Okay, now what is staging area? Whenever you add your changes to an area, you actually record it in a staging area. This is like the second area that you commit your changes to. Now the changes in the staging area are not permanent. Once you commit those changes, the changes become permanent. So this is that third area where changes are actually permanently recorded. I am sure that most of you must not have understood it properly. You will get it properly once you actually implement it here, which I will walk you through later on in this workshop only. So I hope this part is clear to you. So now I will set up Git in your system. Like setting up of Git is there only. So I will set up the username and your email first. So once you install Git in your system, you need to set your username and email. Why? Because whenever you commit your changes, whenever you make a snapshot or you record your changes, your name and your email are recorded at that time only, so that the changes after some time, when someone else views the changes, they can see who actually made those changes, so that it will be easier for them to track, right? So to do that, you can simply use this command. You can simply copy and paste this command from git config global dot user dot name, right? You just need to write this command, and then you write your name. My name is Aman Kumar, so I will write Aman Kumar. Now since I have a space in between my name, I will use a double quote. Otherwise you can simply use no quotes here and things will be fine. So now once I do this, my username has been fixed. Now I will change my email ID, right? I will just copy it and I will paste it here. Now my email ID is amank@gmail.com. So here it is. It is now committed here also. Now these two things are done. So now your basic Git repository, your basic Git things are all set up, and now you just need to start recording changes or start working with it. So to do that, you first need to initialize a project, right? To initialize a project, there is a very simple command that you need to remember, that is git init. Okay, you just do git init, and your Git features will be available in your folder. So see, when I do git init, this thing pops up. Initialize empty Git repository in this folder, right? So when you do git init, a special thing happens. You see a .git folder is present now. What does this folder contains? First of all, a warning: do not change anything in this folder, because this folder contains a lot of details which are actually useful in recording all of your changes. So whatever code that you write and whatever commits that you make, all those changes are actually recorded here. And this thing is so efficiently done that the size of the folder does not grow too much, but the changes are very properly recorded. So now I have initialized this folder as a Git repository. Now to see the status of your Git repository, like whatever commits are there, whatever changes are there, you just need to use this command, git status, right? All these things are written in this blog post only, so you just need to understand whatever I am explaining you right now. So I hope things will be clear later on. So git status. So through git status, you can see what is the status of your repository. Now you see there is one thing called untracked files. So what is untracked files? So I told you that there are three types of areas. The first is working area, second is staging area, and third is commit area. So whenever you initialize a repository and you do something, but you have not staged your changes, it is in the first area. You need to stage your changes to get it tracked by Git. To do that, you just need to use this command called git add. Okay, now you just need to use git add and the name of the file that you need to track. So what is my file name? Text.txt. I will simply use text.txt. Now see, it has started recording the changes. How can I be so sure that it is actually recording the changes? I can again use git status to see. Now see, the previously when I used git status here, it was showing this thing in red color, right? But now it is showing in green color. Why? Because these things are now started to be recorded. And also see that there is this command git rm -- cache to unstage. Why? Because we have already staged our changes and we can unstage it also, but it is showing that if you want to unstage it, you can use this command, but we don't need to unstage it right now. We have already added it. Now we are going to make our first commit. What is commit? So whenever you are working with Git, you need to, what is the sole purpose? You need to record your changes, right? So at whatever point you record a change, at that point, what Git does, it takes a kind of photograph, okay, a photograph of your whole project, and it records it there. So to record that, to take that photograph, you need to use git commit command. What command? Git commit command. Simply use git commit, and -m is for message. Like whenever you make a commit, you give a very good name, you give a very good like message to your commit, so that later on whenever someone views your commit history, he can see that okay, this person added these changes in your commit and these messages reflect your changes. So I will simply write initial commit, okay, because it will reflect that I am just starting my repository and it is my first commit. So I will just use initial commit to start off my like things here. So now see, once I do that, there is the thing called one file change, zero insertion, zero deletion. What does this thing mean? Zero insertion and zero deletion? It simply means that there are no addition and no deletion in your file, and this thing is recorded in your repository. Okay. So now how can I be so sure that it is actually recorded? I can simply use git status. Now see, working tree clean, nothing to commit. There is nothing there that needs to be staged or unstaged. Everything is committed only. Okay. So I will move on to next thing. I will start making changes to this file. See, if I make some changes, like I write my name, I am Aman Kumar. Okay. I made these changes to this file, and I just close this folder. Now let's see what is the status of my Git repository. I will simply use git status. Now see, when I did that, it is simply showing that I have modified this text.txt file and I need to again stage it, right? It again needs to be staged to the working area, to the staging area, and this needs to be committed later on. So to do that, I can again use git add. Now I will show you a shortcut. So if this Hacktoberfest folder contains a lot of files, you will not add the name of all the files like separately. So what you can do is you can use simply dot command. Dot is kind of a wildcard character which actually like takes up all the files that is inside your Hacktoberfest folder. So I did that. Now see, when I will do git status now, it will show me that git status. It will show me that I have modified this file, but I have not committed this file, right? And this is now in green. Why in green? Because I have staged these changes, right? So here the changes were not staged, but here the changes are staged. So this shows that I have staged the changes, and I need to just commit these changes so that my changes will be permanently recorded in Git's memory. To do that, again I can use the simple command git commit -m and simply the message of the changes. So I will simply write added my name, right? So once I do that, see, one file changed and one insertion is there. Okay, one insertion, how? Because I added my name and there is only one line that is being changed. So that is why it is showing that one insertion is there, right? So this actually shows the count of how many lines are changed and how many lines are deleted, added, everything. So the first commit thing is first changes are committed, and I hope I've covered this. So the next thing I will be teaching you is branching. So so what is branching? So you can think of branching as like your project is like a tree, a big tree where a lot of features can be added and removed later on in future. So to keep track of everything and keep everything very clean, you can use branching. How? Because whenever a new feature will be added, you will not want these changes in your code to be in the main repository. You will need it to be somewhere, so that your main project does not disturb. Okay, so to do that, you can use git branch command. You can start making a new branch, and you can start like working on that branch and make all the changes there, and then you can commit those changes to the main branch, and things will be like in a proper streamlined way. So to do that, you can simply use git branch, create a new branch, git branch, and the name of the new branch, I will say new, simply I will write something. Okay. So I have created a new branch. How can I be so sure that I have really created a branch? I can use this command git branch to see how many branches are there. See, there are two branches, master and something. Okay. So I am sure that I am right now in the master branch because this green color is in the master, right, and this star is also in the master. So I am sure that I am right now in the master branch. I can switch to something branch through git checkout something. Now when I write this, this will automatically switch to a new branch. Now see, git, when I will do git branch now, it will show me that okay, now I have switched to a new branch and I am now working on the new branch. So what is the use of new branch? I will show you how. Now let's see, I will add some changes, added some cha changes in the new branch. Okay, so I added these changes in the new branch. Now the thing is that these changes are not in the master branch where my whole project was. These changes are only in this something branch. I will show you this thing practically that it is only in the something branch only. So first of all, what I will do is I will see what is the status of my current project. So I can see that there is this thing called it is that this text.txt has been modified, but it has not been committed. To commit these changes, I can simply use git add and then text.txt. Now these things are started to be recorded. Now I can simply use git commit -m, added a new line. Now see, these changes are being recorded. So one file is changed, 3 insertion and 1 deletion. So I have added a new change here. Now I will switch to master branch and I will show you that these changes that I made in the something branch, this line is not present in the master branch. This will prove that whatever commits you make to a new branch is only restricted to that new branch only and not to the official or the main branch. So I will do git checkout, and what was my branch name? Master. So I switch to master branch. Now I will reopen that file and show you the current status. Now see, I am Aman Kumar and that last line that I added is now deleted from here because it has not been committed to the master branch. Okay, it was only present in the something branch. So that is like restricted to that branch only. I can add these changes here also through a simple command, and that command is git merge. What does git merge do? Git merge simply merges another branch to a to next or another branch, like it merges two branch. So when we need to like merge a different branch to the branch I am presently on, I can simply use git merge and the name of the branch I want to merge. The branch I want to merge is something, so I will simply use something here and this will merge my changes. Now see, it simply added these changes to my file, and now I can again re-verify it if it is actually added or not. Now see, I am Aman Kumar and these changes are now reflected in my master branch also. So that is about git branching. Okay, so I hope git branching is also clear. So these were the basics that I was about to cover. So now Dave will walk you through how you can create the first PR through this, and he will explain you everything about that. So I hope things were clear. If something was not clear, you can obviously hit me on Twitter or LinkedIn, and I will surely respond there. So over to you, Dave.
Yeah, thank you so much, Aman. Guys, अभी uh, अमन ने अपने को ये बता दिया कि गिट के कमांड्स कैसे वर्क होते हैं, एंड लाइक टुडे अपन क्या करने वाले हैं, पहली पीआर बनाने वाले हैं. तो पहली पीआर बनाने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा?
मैं
आई
स्क्रीन
होप आई होप लाइक आकांक्षा कैन द मीडियम ऑफ स्पीकिंग शुड बी इन इंग्लिश और हिंदी.
So, whatever you are comfortable with.
ओके फाइन. सो जैसे मजा आए.
हाँ. So
इंग्लिश.
should I मैं
अमेजिंग.
बंद कर लूँ क्या अपना मतलब स्क्रीन शेयर?
या श्योर अमन.
Okay.
तो गाइस मैं स्क्रीन शेयर कर देता हूँ अपनी.
हाँ हाँ
आई
sure.
होप कैन यू रिकन्फर्म? अमन स्क्रीन दिख रहा है?
हाँ देव.
Okay, perfect. So guys, this is the project, and like this is how Vineet has created a repository which is Hacktoberfest 2021. और इसमें आप जैसे अपनी पहली पीआर क्रिएट करने के लिए इसमें बहुत सारे बिगनर फ्रेंडली इश्यूज हैं और बहुत सारी बिगनर फ्रेंडली रेपोजिटरीज मिल जाएंगी आपको यहाँ पे. सॉरी फॉर द बैकग्राउंड नॉइस. सॉरी फॉर द बैकग्राउंड नॉइस. या सो यहाँ पे आपको बहुत सारी बिगनर फ्रेंडली रेपोजिटरीज मिल जाएंगी. अब मैंने एक रेपोजिटरी बनाई है हैकटोबरफेस्ट 2021. ओपन योर फर्स्ट पीआर. ओपन योर फर्स्ट पीआर. सो इस रेपोजिटरी में तुम्हें मैं सिखाऊंगा हाउ टू क्रिएट योर फर्स्ट पीआर. सो लाइक इन ऑर्डर टू क्रिएट द फर्स्ट पीआर सबसे पहले क्या करना पड़ता है. ये प्रोजेक्ट है और मैं इसका लिंक शेयर कर देता हूँ. अमन, कैन यू शेयर द लिंक ऑफ दिस प्रोजेक्ट?
Yeah, sure dev, sure.
Okay, so fine. So this project, like, what you have to do is, first of all, go to this project, go to this project and check out this repository. And after like having a good idea about what is the repository about, so first of all, go to the readme file. readme file पे जाना है. इन्हीं सारे इंस्ट्रक्शंस पढ़ना है. ये मैं सारे इंस्ट्रक्शन करके बताऊंगा और पहली पीआर बना के बताऊंगा. ठीक है. और हैकटोबरफेस्ट में टोटल 4 पीआर जाती हैं. जैसे चेक करते हैं अपन hacktoberfest.com. यहाँ पे जाना है इधर पे और स्टार्ट हैकिंग पे क्लिक करना है ना. hacktoberfest.digitalocean.com पे जाना है और यहाँ पे स्टार्ट हैकिंग पे क्लिक करना है. देन आफ्टर दैट आफ्टर लाइक यहाँ पे अपना गिटहब अकाउंट को ऑथराइज कर देना है, कनेक्ट कर लेना है इससे. ठीक है. आफ्टर कनेक्टिंग योर द अकाउंट, व्हाट यू कैन डू इज लाइक गो टू दिस रेपोजिटरी इन ऑर्डर टू क्रिएट योर फर्स्ट पीआर. और ये 1 अक्टूबर के बाद करना है ना. 1 अक्टूबर के बाद पीआर भेजना. अब देखो इस प्रोजेक्ट पे हो क्या रहा है. इंस्ट्रक्शंस ये हैं. सबसे पहले फॉक करना है इस रेपोजिटरी को. ठीक है. तो अपना गिटहब अकाउंट से इसको ये लिंक को खोला आपने. उसके बाद सबसे पहले इसको फॉक करेंगे अपन. फॉक क्या होता है? फॉक है ना एक जैसे अमन ने कमांड लाइन से बताया था, मैं तुम्हें यूआई से बता दूंगा. ठीक है. मैं एक डेमो अकाउंट क्रिएट किया हूँ कोडर AJ05 करके. तो मैं इससे आपको एक डेमो बता देता हूँ कि ना ऐसे मतलब होगा, है ना. तो इधर से आप फॉक कर लोगे. इसको फॉक करने के बाद क्या करना है आपको, आपको इंस्ट्रक्शंस पढ़ने पूरे. पहले इंस्ट्रक्शंस पढ़ो कि क्लोन करना है इसको. अगर आप है ना जैसे कमांड लाइन से करना चाह रहे हो तो कमांड लाइन से भी कर सकते हो. यहाँ पे मैंने पूरे कमांड्स वगैरह लिख रखी है कि ब्रांच कैसे बनाना है कमांड से और पिक्चर को कैसे ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप करना है, सब मतलब पूरा बता रखा है. तो सबसे पहले इसको फॉक करने के बाद आपको क्या करना है, फॉक में जाना है. फॉक में चले गए. अब आपको यहाँ पे पढ़ना है कि हाउ टू मेक योर फर्स्ट पुल रिक्वेस्ट. सो सबसे पहले फर्स्ट पुल रिक्वेस्ट बनाने के लिए अपने को फर्स्ट क्या है, ऐड योर प्रोफाइल पिक्चर टू द फोल्डर. अब कहाँ पे ऐड करना है, स्टैटिक के अंदर, इमेजेस के अंदर. और PNG फाइल होगा या JPG चलेगा, है ना. तो मैं यहीं से शो करूँगा गिटहब UI से कैसे करना है ना. पूरा यहाँ github.com से तो देख सकते हो. ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे जाना है. सबसे पहले तो स्टैटिक्स में जाएंगे. स्टैटिक पे जाने के बाद यहाँ पे इमेजेस के अंदर जाना है और एक मैंने सैंपल यहाँ पे अपना अपलोड कर रखा है. अब यहाँ पे देखो मैं अपलोड करना भी बता देता हूँ और कैसे करना है. ठीक है. अपलोड करना है तो मैं यहाँ पे फोटो, ठीक है, अपना नाम लिखना है और ना PNG या JPG जो भी तुम्हें लगाना हो. अब दूसरा कंटेंट में पार्टिसिपेंट में तुम्हें एक फाइल बनाना है. जो भी अपना यूजर नेम है गिटहब यूजर नेम .md करके. MD इज अ मार्कडाउन फाइल, है ना. तो ये करना है. अब इसमें लिखना क्या है, अपना नाम लिखना है और इन विच इंस्टीट्यूशन और कंपनी डू यू वर्क एंड व्हाट इज योर गिटहब यूजर नेम. ठीक है. ये करना है 2 चीजें. अब मैं तुम्हें शुरू से बताता हूँ. सबसे पहले इसको फॉक कर लिया अपन ने. सिंपली यहाँ पे क्लिक करोगे अपने आप फॉक हो जाएगा. अब उसके बाद करना क्या है, उसके बाद यहाँ पे क्लिक करना है, यहाँ मेन पे. अब मेन पे क्लिक करने के बाद अपन क्या करेंगे, यहाँ पे लिखेंगे फर्स्ट PR। फर्स्ट PR यहाँ पे लिखोगे, यहाँ पे ना एक ब्रांच बना लो फर्स्ट PR करके, ठीक है। यहाँ पे क्लिक कर लो, एक नई ब्रांच हो जाएगी, ब्रांच क्रिएटेड, एक ब्रांच बन गई अपनी, क्या नाम से, फर्स्ट PR, ठीक है। अब इसके बाद वापस से कोड में जाएंगे, ये मतलब इसी इसी ब्रांच में रहेंगे अपन, या भाई फर्स्ट PR ब्रांच में है अपन। अब क्या करना है, ब्रांच बनाने के बाद में अपने को सिंपली कंटेंट में जाना है और पार्टिसिपेंट में जाना है। अब यहाँ पे लेट सपोज एक क्रिएट न्यू फाइल करनी है ना। जैसे अब आपका नाम कुछ भी हो सकता है, तो यहाँ पे जो पार्टिसिपेंट है उसका नाम है कोडर AJ05.MD, है ना। अब यहाँ पे इतना सा लिखना है, उसके बाद में यहाँ पे अपना नेम में डाल दो कुछ भी, कोडर AJ, और जहाँ भी मतलब वर्क करता है, वर्क लेट सपोज Amazon HD, ठीक है। और अपना यहाँ पे गिटहब यूजर नेम, गिटहब गिटहब का यूजर नेम क्या है, ठीक है। तो ये है कोडर AJ05। बस इतना सा करना है। उसके बाद में इधर पे ये करने के बाद में अपने को क्रिएट कोडर AJ05.MD, बस इतना सा करके इसको कमिट मार देना है। अब देखो ये कमिट आ चुका है अपनी ब्रांच में, ठीक है। अब वापस से जाना है कोड पे। अब ये देखो एक पुश आ गया है, मतलब एक अपन ने कमिट मारा था जो, उसका अपन को पुश करना हो और PR बनानी हो, तो वो आ चुका है, अभी एक कमिट आ चुका है। अब दूसरा टास्क ये है, अपन ने टास्क तो कर लिया पहला, अब दूसरा टास्क ये है कि आपको एक फोटो अपलोड करना है अपना। अब फोटो अपलोड करने के लिए इमेजेस पे जाना है, यहाँ पे जाके जस्ट ऐड फाइल, अपलोड फाइल, और चूज फाइल्स, और यहाँ पे देखो अपना एक कोई भी फोटो लेना, और उसको यहाँ पे जैसे मैं sample.jpg इसको अपलोड कर देता हूँ अभी हाल फिलहाल के लिए, और इसको ओपन कर देना है ना। यहाँ पे ये पूरा अभी अपलोड हो जाएगा, ठीक है। और अपलोड sample.jpg, बस इसको कमिट मार देना है ना। और जैसे ये कमिट हो जाए, बस अब देखो अब क्या आ रहा है, यहाँ पे अपन ने 2 कमिट मारे हैं। पहला कमिट क्या था अपना, पहला कमिट ये था कि अपन ने ना प्रोफाइल में अपनी इंफॉर्मेशन दे दी कि ना अपन अपन का नाम क्या है, और अपना इंस्टीट्यूशन नेम क्या है या कंपनी क्या है, गिटहब यूजर नेम क्या है ना। और दूसरा टास्क ये था कि अपन ने अपनी एक फोटो को अपलोड किया है, ओके। सो ये करने के बाद में बस कुछ नहीं करना है, अपना काम हो गया, बस कंपेयर एंड पुल रिक्वेस्ट पे क्लिक कर देना है। अब ये हो गई अपनी कंपेयर एंड पुल रिक्वेस्ट पे क्लिक करने के बाद अपने यहाँ पे जैसे डालना है कोर माय फर्स्ट PR, बस यहाँ पे कुछ भी जैसे कमेंट डालना हो अपने को तो कमेंट भी डाल सकते हो। और जैसे यहाँ पे मैं ये डाल देता हूँ क्रिएट फाइल, एक इशू को मेंशन कर देता हूँ, है ना। और यहाँ पे बस कुछ नहीं करना, ये अपन ने ना एक फोटो अपलोड कर दी और इतना सा काम करके इसको क्रिएट पुल रिक्वेस्ट कर दिया, और है नाउ योर फर्स्ट पुल रिक्वेस्ट इज क्रिएटेड। सो या यही था, है ना। इतनी सिंपल है फर्स्ट पुल रिक्वेस्ट क्रिएट करना। हैकटोबरफेस्ट में ना अपनी फर्स्ट PR क्रिएट कर सकते हो, एंड लाइक ये इस तरीके से ना तुम्हारा फर्स्ट PR आ जाएगी मेरे पास, और देन लाइक यू आर गुड टू गो। और मैं इसको यू हैव टू वेट फॉर सम टाइम, एंड लाइक आई विल मर्ज दिस PR, एंड लाइक योर फर्स्ट पुल रिक्वेस्ट हैज बीन मर्ज्ड, हो जाएगी। और like you can celebrate the Hacktoberfest 2021, and like you have to create the 4 PRs, है ना। तो ये आई होप लाइक अच्छा लगा होगा जो लाइक मैंने प्रोजेक्ट बनाया है ना। So इधर पे अपनी पहली पीआर कर सकते हो एंड यू हैव टू डू लाइक आफ्टर 1 लाइक आफ्टर 1 के बाद ये पीआर भेज देना एंड लाइक वी आई विल मर्ज दिस पीआर. सो आई होप लाइक ये सही लगा होगा, है ना? थैंक यू.
ऑल्सो गाइस, एक छोटा सा रिक्वेस्ट है. तो आप लोगों को जैसे हमने बताया कि फर्स्ट पीआर इस तरह से करना है, तो आप पहला पीआर करके इससे आप सीख लो मतलब किस तरह से करते हैं. लेटर ऑन आप अच्छे से कंट्रीब्यूशन करना, मतलब छोटा मोटा चेंजेस को रीडमी में चेंजेस करके मत करना, क्योंकि लास्ट टाइम काफ़ी स्पैम हुआ था पुल रिक्वेस्ट को लेकर के. और अब हम लोग का ही मतलब पूरा इंडियन डेवलपर्स की कम्युनिटी का ही नाम खराब होता है. दैट इज़ नॉट गुड फॉर आवर सेल्स, राइट? सो आप लोग कोशिश करना कि जितना अच्छा कंट्रीब्यूशन कर सको ओपन सोर्स के नाम पे उसके लिए करना. टी शर्ट्स के लिए मतलब ऑब्वियसली आप समझ ही रहे हो, वो उस टाइप से नहीं करना चाहिए. दैट इज़ नॉट गुड. सो यस, आई एम शेयरिंग माई स्क्रीन राइट नाउ. ओके, हाँ. So Dev, can you confirm if it is visible or not?
Yeah, it's visible, Aman.
Okay, sure. So this is done, and here's the last part. So Vineet, bhaiya, can you continue?
Hey everyone. First of all, thank you Aman and Dev for such a nice onboarding session for all of us. Actually nice, right? I love the way you actually onboarded all the students. Like I wish like we someone could have onboarded us in that way, right? So I think this is one line which I said on one of the interview with Geo Magazine, that if you are a techie, your homepage should be GitHub, not Instagram. And when I say it, I actually mean it, right? So maybe Aman, if you could just stop sharing, I can walk
Okay.
them through.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
How do I say? This is screen. Okay. Screen two. Screen one moment, guys. Here we go. Right. So this is your GitHub homepage, right? So when I say like use GitHub as Instagram, right? I mean that's a very powerful statement. And what I mean is that you see, right? If you see my GitHub, these are the activities that I'm part of, and I'm actually using this. Let's say these are my repositories, and these are the activities basically where I'm commenting and all. These are my teams, right? And now if you go to profile, how does it look like? So the first thing I think, whenever you create a profile, put a decent DP picture. Although mine is not good, but you can get a good picture there, and add a short bio. You can connect your Twitter, your website, your email, your place, your workplace. You can add a README, your profile README, where you can talk about your journey and why you are on GitHub, right? It's basically like a bio, right? The bio that you put on Instagram, right? Hi. Then comes people like who are like murder candle on October 9th. So don't do such things. Like be very professional, write a nice bio here, and then these are the projects, right, that you will be working on. And now if you see, these are the organization which will be listed here where you are contributing, right? So if you see, out of all the organizations where I actually contributed, I just work for Postman, right? So I'm working with Postman, but all the other organizations like GitHub, Fossetia, so Dave works at Fossetia, Nvidia, and also I don't work for them, but I contribute code for them, right? So basically, the best part about being in open source is that you get to contribute anywhere, right? So and these are the green dots, right? So I always say like the way you maintain a streak on your Snapchat, maintain a streak here, right? So the day you will code, you will push some code, it will be green, right? So these are the miss points. So if you see, I started contributing on GitHub on 2016. On 2016, I was like you, just 3-4 commits, and that too just to whenever someone is teaching me, if I learned something, I put. So I think I just put a square calculator. This is a basic calculator, right? It does nothing. It just calculates the if you give a number, it calculates square and cube of a number. Just a simple program, right? So that was my journey, right? I started with building a calculator, and then in 2017 I did little more. I became part of, I was leading these two communities as a technical lead, and there we did some projects. And then 2018, again I wasn't consistent on 18. The reason being that I was going through my placements and all, and this was like I was in third year in 2018. In 19, I graduated finally, and then I started contributing a little more, and as I joined Postman as a engineer there, and then I started doing there. And then 2020 when COVID has hit, right? So at the time I was at home, so I didn't have any option. I ended up doing open source a lot, and that's how I made a lot of friends. Like Aman, they all are my very close friends, and we met on GitHub, right? So basically, how do we meet people on GitHub, right? That's the important question that we'll be discussing, right? So during the month of so the thing is, like, whenever you are on GitHub, right? So you can start building something which can be useful for the society, right? So for example, I'll give you a few examples for your inspiration. So when COVID hit India, I tried to build a COVID-19 tracking. So basically, it does nothing, right? It shows you the current stats of the corona cases, right? And people will like it, right? People will like it, people will share it, and soon you'll see that you'll get into newspapers, and people will start reaching out to you. And you have to be very and as a maintainer, you have to maintain your project, right? Basically, there are bugs which will be reported by you. I mean, a lot of people are reporting that not responsive in mobile view, meaning that some Isika has reported that it's not responsive, it's looking bad in her phone. And then it's my responsibility to ensure that the software works fine. So this is also counted as a contribution, right? So if you find some open source software which is not working as expected, you can go ahead and create an issue there, and that helps making GitHub a better place to be, right? And then, like, people, you can even contribute to us, right? So people will end up creating pull requests because they want to contribute to your project, right? So going ahead, I mean,
Vineet,
this is yes,
can I interrupt a bit? Like, can you
yeah,
introduce you that project, like where we have listed all the beginner-friendly issues?
yeah,
Some
yeah,
people were asking about where they
definitely.
can contribute.
I'll do that.
Uh,
So going ahead, right? So that was, so this is the project, right? This is the repo. Aman, can you please just share the link on the chat? So this is
sure.
the repo, right? And this is a community-led repo that we are doing with all the mentors. So if you see, this has all the information that you need, right? So starting with here, right? So this is a community-led mentorship initiative. You can read about our whole initiative, like how we decided to help you, who all are mentors, how you can be mentor, right? And there are so many links here. You can go through all the links, and this is what we are targeting, right? We targeted 100 mentors, but we are lucky that we have more than 160 mentors. We are targeting 1000 contributors, but we are lucky that we'll cross 2000 contributors for us. We are targeting 250 repositories, 500 issues, and 50 events. And I think this is our first event that we are doing at MET. And we'll keep hosting events regularly. These are the, I think, the first our mentor session with all the mentors. This guy is Aman, like the one who taught just about GitHub, right? So this was the second our second mentors onboarding session. And we do live stream all of our session, where we actually talk about how you can actually get onboarded to GitHub, and and even different types of projects where you can work on. So as a beginner, I think these are your duties. You can find your mentor right here. So where you can find, again, in the same repo, there is a mentors.md, right? So if you go to the same repo, I'll walk you through it like this. Here there is a mentors.md. Once you click here, you will find all the people here, right? Who are mentors and working for teaching you Git and GitHub. And the best part is that you can reach out to any one of them, and they will always help you, one on one, right? You can get on call, on Discord, and they'll there to help you for all of your doubts, right? So there are, I guess, 160 mentors so far, 165 now. So this is the good part, right? You can get in touch with them. And how you can get in touch with them? So there is a Discord server link here, right? So
Also,
yeah,
there is a form that you need to fill, that if you want to be a mentee,
right,
you will get
right.
all the details about this by tonight only, if you like fill up the form, right? So
Yeah,
here
yeah.
is the, I've shared. Continue,
Thanks for
please.
thanks for adding that. So the first thing, you can join our Discord. So once you accept the invite, you will be on our Discord, and the mentors will always be happy to help you. So there are already a lot of people who are asking us some questions, and mentors are always there to help them, right? So you can join us and ask any questions, any doubt, and please fill this form. We are not asking you anything. We are just asking your name, email ID, and your Git and GitHub and GitHub profile, just because we can keep notifying you about our next session, and also we'll be sharing the recording with you once we upload it on Drive or somewhere on the cloud, right? So this is the next thing that you should do. And these are the quick links, right? If you want to check out like what all what are the projects where you can actually contribute, right? So go ahead and click on that, and you'll find all these projects, right? These are the beginner friendly projects where you can actually contribute, right? These are quite interesting project, and this list will keep on increasing, right? So right now we just have 89, but as mentioned in this blog, we are planning to have 250 repositories. So basically there will be, this number will grow till 250. So we are putting in a chunks one by one. So right now we have 89, so you can go ahead and check out all those projects, and every project will have proper readme, how you can set up, what you need to learn. And there will be issues, and as you can see there are a lot of pull requests which are coming. Go ahead and you guys also try out and raise a pull request there in any of the repository wherever you want. And also the tech stack is also mentioned, right, in the project section. So if you go to the, sorry, I'm lost. uh, so if you go to issues, right, so tech stack is mentioned, right? So let's say I just know HTML, I'll be looking just for the HTML wala issue, right? So I'll search for HTML, so I can see there is one HTML issue, and then next, oh, there is one more, right? If you know just JavaScript, you can check for just JavaScript, right? So that's how you can filter the projects and start contributing there, and maintainer will reach out to you, right? Next thing, like how you can interact with us, how you can make friends and all, right? So we have this discussion thread, say hello, where you can actually come and introduce yourself, ask anything. People will reply to you. So like you can see a lot of people are actually interacting here. They are making friends, and they are actually asking their doubts here, right? And also, like, let's say if you have any other doubt, you can ask in the welcome to Hacktoberfest 2021 discussion. And here also, and if you want to create your own discussion, you can go ahead and just create your own discussion, and we'll be happy to take that up, right? So I think these are the few basic things that we want you to understand. And the next come, we have events.md. So basically we keep on organizing such events, right? So as mentioned earlier, right, we are targeting 250 sorry, 50 events. So far, like, this was our first event that we did with you guys, and here are the speaker, and we'll be posting the links soon. And then next event is on October 2nd and 3rd for some engineering college at Visakhapatnam. Then we are doing one event for Pakistan, Lahore. And I think this list will keep on increasing once Zika is working, and she is the leading the event part, and she keeps on pushing the things here. So this was overview of the whole Hacktoberfest idea and Hacktoberfest initiative, even the repo, how you can actually get in touch with us and how you can get help from us. So that was it from our end. Now talking about like how you can actually find us, where you can find our Twitter handles and LinkedIn handles. So you can go ahead and you can find me on the row number 1. Row number 4 is Dev Alecha, who has just spoke to you about Git and GitHub. And then where is Aman? Aman is on 8th number. So this is the Aman, right? So Flutter lead at GTAC. You can find him on Twitter, LinkedIn, GitHub, and get in touch with him if you have any doubts. So that was it. Where is my screen? Cool, folks. Now we are open to any of your questions. If you have any question, please feel free to ask us. Okay, so Aman, please note it down. I think Subham is asking to add a few more C++ projects. Definitely, we'll look into that. We'll add. Yeah, so pull request accepted will be counted. So so tomorrow we are hosting a onboarding session on YouTube. We'll be live streaming. We'll talk about like how your pull request will get most. So I think I highly recommend all of you to join our YouTube live stream session. So we'll be sharing the links on your email once you have filled the form. But I think let me check if the live stream is already set. I can share the link right away. Any other question, guys? You can feel free to unmute yourself and interact with all of us. Dev, Aman, if you want to share anything.
No, it's okay. I will check it.
I have a doubt.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So I created a repository while following along with Aman's tutorial, and it's not being reflected on my GitHub page. I understand there's a concept of a remote in GitHub. Like Git is a infrastructure, and then other things are remotes. How do I sync them?
So whenever you like start working on your local repository, the local thing is called Git. Okay. So when you start uploading these files onto GitHub, that is the cloud thing. So to do that, first you need to, like, you can do it through two ways primarily. First you need to create a repository in your in your GitHub account. Then you have to link that repository to your local repository. Then you can push your changes to that repository. First is that way. Second is through GitHub CLI. Okay, there is this CLI called GitHub CLI. You can search about it on the Google. You can simply use 2-3 commands to create a repository from your terminal, from your local end, and then you can push those changes from there also.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so
Any other doubt, folks? Feel free to ask now. No doubts.
Okay,
Aman,
I wanted
yeah,
to ask something. Hacktoberfest is a big thing, right? Like over here, we are contributing to your repository, like Vinith's idea. So if we want to contribute some other people also, how we can get to them? Like how can we
right.
find?
Right. So you can just search for the Hacktoberfest label, right? Just click on the Hacktoberfest topic, and you'll find a lot of repositories. So maybe I can tell you how you can do on GitHub, right? If you go here and just click on the Hacktoberfest, you'll find repositories here, right? See, these are the repositories which there you can contribute. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Any further doubts? Athar, so you will be getting the emails by end of the day. Any other doubts, guys? You are here for more 5 minutes. You can ask Dave, Aman, or me any doubt. Akansha, are we good here?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Anything else you want to share with us?
Starting, there are no more questions from the audience right now.
Okay. Cool. So thank you. So at the end, I'm sharing the YouTube live stream link. So it's actually now up. Just give me a moment and I'll be sharing. So Praveen has actually scheduled the live stream. So I'm sharing on the chat. You guys are most welcome to join this live stream tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. IST. And we'll be doing. You'll be meeting all the mentors. Not all. We are 116 numbers, so I think any five of us will be there. 5 or 6 of us will be there, and we'll be talking about again. In detail, right? How you can reach out to the mentors and how you can ask your doubts and how we are going to proceed with the whole month. So we are excited about tomorrow, October 1st. And thank you so much for all of you to joining us. Yes,
What
10:30
time
p.m.
did you say is the live stream going to be?
10:30 p.m. tomorrow. So you can go
Okay.
ahead and check out this link. Anyways, we'll be sending the links also and join our Discord server so that you will get notified. We keep
Okay.
posting event details there.
Okay. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks, Aman and Dev, for joining.
Thank you, sirs.
Thank
This
you.
was a very informative session, and I believe all of us took away something valuable from the session. So, thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you, Akansha. Thanks for giving us the opportunity. Bye, guys. See you. And we
bye.
hope that you guys are going to do great on GitHub, and we look forward to see your work. Do ping us. I mean, you can ping us on Twitter whenever you create something. We would love to check that out. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye.